How's your door coming along, Yobbo?
Still attached.
Hey. See that for old petrol. That'll pass emissions.
Weight reduction.
There, look all the holes here. Got a bit of floor missing, all the seal. Paperweight now, performance car later. Good morning everybody and welcome back to Paperweight Performance and Yobbo's Mini! Whoop, whoop. Which is actually what we're going to be working on today in this episode. Plan is actually to clean the car out and to do odd little jobs here and there, odd sides, you know.
Get rid of the rust.
And have a quick look of actually what it's like.
So, collected all the parts, try and keep them in one place. And I ended up with loads of parts in here, loads of parts in the back of the garage, just parts everywhere, too much to keep track of. So plan today is get it all emptied, hoover it out, get rid of some of the rust, and figure out what parts I've got, what parts I haven't got, what parts I need, and we'll go from there. So as you can see, we've got parts galore at the back of my garage. We've got parts from Mini, Subaru, some of the Sierra parts in here. We just need to go through it all, figure out what we've got, what we need to sort, what we need to replace, and we'll go from there.
So as you can see, we've had to move the cars about to make a bit more easy access. We've got the trays out, ready to rock and roll. It's time to empty the car. We've got a paint tray here, another tray for parts, tool tray, stuff like that, and then hopefully we'll have to organise all this, as Yobbo said earlier. We'll organise all this lot into trays and that. We've got blooming bumpers, as you can see. There's actually 3 bumpers. There's 3 bumpers that actually live in this garage. But I think we are going to try and get another one because we need it, realistically, don't we, mate?
Another bumper?
No, another garage.
Just check it.
Yeah. Good point, actually. Yeah, because I didn't actually state that, did I? But there's a lot of work to be done in there, isn't there?
Yeah. Lucky in a way that the Mini's so small that we've got all this room for parts. Otherwise, yeah, I don't know where. They'll probably be living in my flat with me.
Yeah, because if you bought a car the same size as mine, we would be screwed.
Yeah.
Clear, like, easily screwed. But
even got the cheeky engine hiding under a bumper.
I know, yeah. I don't know if you can actually see that. Under my lovely 4x4 bumper with a little bit of damage. There's the Mini engine.
Just hiding away.
Yeah.
In hibernation until we get it fixed.
Yeah, well, we've got an engine stand, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've got the engine hoist, we've got the engine stand, we've got the tools, we've got the equipment, we've got the bits to do it. We literally just need some funds for new parts, even though that engine was recently rebuilt.
Yeah. Needs a new fuel pump because I was a bit crazy and broke the fuel pump. So yeah, it is 90% complete. So we should be, hopefully, fingers crossed, have it running shortly.
Yeah, shouldn't take too much.
No.
I just want to clean it up, make it look nice, paint it all nice again. So obviously it's going to be a nice, clean Mini shell. Engine bay is going to be all nice. Everything's going to be nice, tidy. Wiring's going to
get more orange on it.
Open the bonnet and it's like, blinded by the light. So as you can see, to the lovely British weather, we've had to put the old work on hold for a split second because obviously raining, cars, no windows.
My skin's waterproof, but
the cars are not.
Not so much at the moment.
But good news, because we have actually done some work. If you'd like to pan round and have a look inside of the old girl, we have actually emptied it and done a little bit of work. Well, we just emptied it really, look for more holes.
Yeah.
Which we have actually found. More holes, but I have to show you that later on if we get the car back out because the light and everything in there is a bit funky. But would you like to follow me to some else? Yeah. And what we have in here, I can't really see either. The quality is just gonna. But we have actually tidied this car up inside and we found a lot more holes. They're quite big. But yeah, we're just gonna try and sort out Yobbo's garage, I think. I don't really know. The cameraman pinned it. So as you can actually see from behind us, we have been busy, even though the weather's not been on our side, but it's turned alright now. So we've been busy doing the garage.
We managed to organise all the bits. We've got bits of Sierra here. We've got the engine off my spare wheel that I needed for my car. We won't go into that, but yeah. So we've got the engine here. We've got some bits from the Sierra here. We've got a whole blue box full of mini bits. Got all my glass, as you can see, nicely protected with everything else. We've got bits here for the Mini, we've got Sierra seats, we've got Subi seats, fuel tank, we've got everything you can think of that we own. Trying to organise it so we've got a bit more space, so it's looking a hell of a lot better. Yes, we've got a bit of rubbish to get rid of, but that'll be gone very shortly.
As we see here, we also still have a range of parts.
The notorious spare tyre.
Hey, 2 Sierra bumpers, Subaru bumper, engine stand, obviously the Mini's sitting here. It looks like it's going to rain again in a minute.
She's gonna get wet.
Yeah. I've been a bit busy in here as well, trying to organise trays, tidy it up a little bit. We've got
leaning tower tyres.
Tower tyres. Amazing work. But that kind of messed up the whole day really, because we were actually meant to be focusing on doing the Mini.
But the weather decided to have other options.
Yep, started to rain, didn't it? But
Yep.
so we had to get them in, and then we decided to change today's motive, gut this, and sort the 2 garages out, as you've clearly just seen. Bit more work to do in the garages, and then hopefully actually next week we can do the Mini.
But the blessing is, we know what we need to get to carry on.
Yeah, because we've stripped more down, obviously we took all the dash out, we've completely gutted it. So now we see a lot more work to be done. But definitely worth it in the end. Paperweight now, performance car later. So, as you can see, the cars are back in the garages because the inedible happened. It rained again. So we had to rush to get the cars back in, but we do not stop working as we are cool. So as you see, the cars are back in. We've tied up the back of the garage. We've sorted all that out. Looks a hell of a lot better. We've got a hell of a lot more space. We've also sorted mine, pushed mine back in. But, Yobbo, what are you going to do now, lad?
Well, as you can see here, she's not exactly secure. So we've got one bolt that's decided it doesn't want to come off. It wants to stay with the car. So we've got to give it a bit of gentle persuasion with a hacksaw. Okay, so we're going to jack it up, rip the wheel off, go from there, get underneath and have a look, see if we can get the bolt off.
Oh, this ain't just mine.
I told you I needed a 7. You want a 97 phone?
Nah, I said there was yeah, oh, about what?
From further investigation, figured out that the bolt just spins in its place. So we've got 2, one at the top here, and one down here. Once these 2 are up, we should be able to get this get this door.
Right then. What we're doing here at the minute, I think Rob's already explained trying to get the door off. But as you can hear, we can't get the door off because the bolt just spins in the hinge. The screws for the door on the hinge are absolutely knackered. So what we're trying to do is actually bang the pin out of the hinge. Hopefully just unbolt the slider, the actual bit that goes in there, that little stop of it. Unbolt that and hopefully the door comes off.
Ready?
Fingers crossed.
Unbolt it.
Oh wow, that was quick and easy. I reckon if we see if the camera can get around there, have a look at what he's doing. It's a bit dark.
Bit of gentle persuasion. Pins are coming out very nicely. I reckon it's going to be a good off job.
Right then, so stepping away from the Mini just for a second, I'm going to go and see the Sierra. So I want to show you the progress I made last time. And we didn't actually get to show you because of the lovely British weather we have over here. So you've got to follow me just over to Fuji, yeah? Got the old trusty Ford key. You know, back in the 80s and 90s, everyone had one of these lying about. I'm hoping you've got a good light and you can actually see. There we go. And you can actually see what worries me. All the holes. yeah, you can see quite good there. Look at all the holes here. Got some more down there. Got a bit of floor missing. All the seal and everything's all gone. All the back up here is all missing. It's pretty much same on the other side. It's not much better. You can see over there already. It's pretty bad. But there's a gentleman on eBay who's actually selling this beam right here, and it actually comes up to probably about this corner, and actually comes right out, the sill included. So I'm gonna go and buy that off eBay, and hopefully I can weld that in. Lovely jubbly. Next week, when this gets trailered up to where it is going to be for a little while, so I can do some welding on it. Once the welding's done enough, I can bring it back down there and start stripping more bits off it, take the engine out, put it on the stand, and carry on from there really. And I think that's a good place to start. Actually, just doing the welding first, make sure it's actually strong, sturdy, straight as an arrow. Perfect. Like, not going to do all the welding because I can't, because I've certain bits around the engine and stuff. The engine's still going to be in it when it goes away. Well, when it comes up, shall I say. So just got to try and do the best I can while it's up there. Get the steels welded, try and strengthen it up as much as I can, and then bring it back down there and carry on working on it down here. That's the plan so far. So let's go and have a look how Yobbo's getting on. Back at the Mini, I'm back with Yobbo. What's going on, bud?
Absolutely jack. It's fighting me every single step of the way. So I'm going to try a bit of brute force. I'm going to try and lever the door enough to get some pressure on the bolt so we can get this bolt off. Fixed it. So,
of course I am, lad. No,
you did a great job, lad.
I did do a great job, didn't I?
This is doing my Sweden.
That's really deliberately short on this. To get a bit more on.
It's going to
They
take.
should cut it in half and try.
It's going to take about 3 years to do that.
But it turns. But there's
Spins.
no.
But if you look on the inside, there we go.
I can see.
Give it a good old clean with a yard brush. Yeah, look at that. There you go. Let's brush your teeth. That pristine.
Do you know what I have to actually do? Yeah, when I actually get the new bonnet fixed, it's not painting. It's literally
I'll paint it with a brush.
It's a genuine Ford bonnet that's like old stock and never got sold, but my boss obviously bought it years ago and never used it. So it's still sat in that original black paint in a box. Literally.
Nice.
Unwrapped it. It's not bad. It started to like spot rust here and there. That's why I want to try and get it ASAP.
So don't worry. We'll paint it with hammerite with a yard brush.
Yeah, but I was thinking about just getting primer in it at work.
Yeah.
And just why not? Man. Primer it at work and then bring it here. Scrap that one because it's rotten. And this is a sapphire.
What do you want to buy, look? It's supposed to make it rain.
Hey. I know it's a sapphire bonnet, but I want the sapphire grille, but I don't want the Cosworth grille. I don't want it to look like a Cosworth, I want it to look like a 4x4.
Yeah.
So it's the Sapphire 200E grille. So it's got like loads of lines in it. So I'm hoping the look it'll look from far away, it'll look like a 4x4. But as you get closer,
You realise it's only quarter of a cap.
Oh, then. So at the end of the day, we've done quite a bit of stuff, haven't we, mate?
Yeah.
You know, sort of the garages, we've had a real way at this. But, how was your door coming along, Yobbo?
Still attached.
Hey, brother.
Only just, but it's still attached. Unfortunately, it beat me for today. We ran out of time, so when we're back up here, it's getting ripped off.
That'll be next week's episode, actually, that door coming off. And hopefully some work on this and some work on the Sierra.
Definitely.
We'll have to go from there, really. And we've run out of time today. So, but that is it. I'm afraid that's the end of the video. We're going to have to come back next week and do some more work, aren't we?
Yep, definitely.
So far, it's been alright. Hopefully, yeah, definitely get some more motivation going next week.
Yeah.
Alright, but we're doing quite a bit.
Hopefully the rain holds off and we can get some serious damage done to these fucking builds.
That's the one. Oh, I'm blinking now. Yeah, get the cars out next week and carry on doing what we've been doing. Hopefully, we'll get the Sierra up my house next week and we'll do some cutting, welding, maybe, hopefully.
Fingers crossed. We've got the welder in the car ready to go up to the house.
All depends on the Great British weather, really, doesn't it?
That's
But
the one.
that's all from us for now. All until next week. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much.
Adios.